Our Money in the Bank is over, and there's a new Send Your Money in the Bank. Join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at the real reasons why Damian Priests won the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, and why the favourite lost. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new channel, Wrestlelamia Shorts. Number 1, it enhanced the Seth Rollins vs Finn Balor match. Now tonight's Seth Rollins vs Finn Balor match wasn't everything we expected it to be, as the match dragged at times. Still, Damian Priest's appearance at ringside with the briefcase instantly livened things up, as fans wondered whether Damian would cash in the briefcase. Priest seemed to be thinking it over enough that it proved a distraction, first for Seth Rollins and later for Damian's Judgment Day teammate Finn Balor. It's unknown if the WWE felt the Finn vs Seth match needed some extra excitement, although the recent rumors of WWE not viewing Balor as a world champion along with heavy odds against him winning make this more credible, but it delivered the goods. Number 2, it creates tension in the Judgment Day. Right now, fans don't know how long it'll be before Damian Priest leaves the Judgment Day, although it's possible they could swerve fans by keeping Priest in the group and having them get rid of Finn Balor, much as they surprised fans when the group kicked its founder Edge out. Whatever happens, the WWE now has instant tension in the faction, as Finn Balor already seems furious with Priest over him considering a cash-in during Finn's title shot against Seth Rollins. If Finn Balor is jealous, what about Dominic? Will he be happy for his big brother, or let his arrogance cloud his thinking, perhaps letting Finn persuade him to boot Priest out of the group? The WWE could use this tension slowly before it leads to a rift in the group, or move quickly. Number 3, it fast-tracks Damian's face tan. Incredibly, the WWE already seems to be setting up Priest's face tan and fast-tracking its exit from the company. This is somewhat surprising, as Triple H likes to take his time developing storylines. Granted, the WWE already planted the seeds of Priest considering being his own man and showing respect for Seth Rollins by shaking his hand after the Visionary defeated him. Tonight's segment where Finn Balor nearly came to blows with Priest means the Archer of Infamy could be out of the Judgment Day as early this Monday. This seems a bit rushed, but with Vince McMahon seemingly taking a bigger role in creative every week, it's not so surprising. Number 4, the WWE has an escape clause built into this year's winner. Another reason Damian Priest won the men's Money in the Bank is that his win creates an escape clause should the WWE decide to have him fail when he cashes it in. Fans love excitement and suspense, and the Money in the Bank briefcase is a terrific tool for giving them what they want when the briefcase is booked correctly, as opposed to situations such as when WWE had Otis win the briefcase but failed to make any long-term plans for the winner. Here, Damian Priest possesses the briefcase, but he has two problems hanging over him when he attempts to cash it in. The first is that the Judgment Day will abandon him, or worse, cost him the match when he cashes in the briefcase. The second, and one related to the first scenario, is that Finn Balor will make sure Priest is unsuccessful in cashing it in. Such a scenario could arise if Balor splits with the Judgment Day, blaming Priest for costing him his title shot against Seth Rollins. If Priest stays in the Judgment Day but tensions increase, fans will wonder whether the group will betray him. Similarly, having Priest go off on his own, or a situation where Balor is on his own, creates suspense about whether Damian will be taken out before he can cash in the briefcase. Number 5, it creates an immediate storyline for Raw. While this seems like a little bit of a stretch, Priest's win tonight could be used in a storyline on Raw, with the WWE showing Priest was ready to cash in his briefcase on Roman Reigns at Money in the Bank. As good an opportunity as ever existed to dethrone the Tribal Chief. They could have shown backstage footage of infighting with the Judgment Day or jealousy inside the group, keeping them from providing backup for Damian to cash in the briefcase and take out any interference from the Usos or Solo Sikoa. Number 6, it was a surprise. Expect to see plenty of reports that Damian Priest was the WWE's pick to win Money in the Bank all along, but like any wrestling story, go over it with a fine-tooth comb, because longtime fans knows the WWE likes to keep fans guessing, especially when there's a favourite to win the match. LA Knight was a favourite with odds makers as well as many fans and pundits, with Logan Paul coming in at a distant second. Having Priest win the briefcase wasn't a case of hot-shotting, as will show the many reasons he makes it a viable winner, but fans should never rule out a last-minute switcheroo if Vince McMahon feels that things are getting a little too predictable. Number 7, Priest was the most formidable competitor. Tonight's men's ladder match featured the ideal arrangement of performers, with a supporting cast of high flyers and technicians to take bumps while building suspense as to who would win. As we mentioned in our analysis of the men's ladder match, the supporting cast was used to keep fans in suspense as to who would emerge victorious. Ultimately, Damian Priests was a good choice as he's the wrestler who is currently booked as the strongest wrestler from those who competed in this year's match. Even with the help of the Money in the Bank briefcase, it's hard to imagine Butch, Ricochet, or even Shinsuke posing a bigger threat to a champion than Damian Priest. Number 8, it's a reward for the Archer of Infamy. While we believe WWE has big plans for the Archer of Infamy, something we'll discuss in our next point, Priest's Money in the Bank win is a sign of the company's confidence in him and a reward for all he's accomplished since jumping to the main roster. Fans haven't heard any stories of Priest grumbling about his roles in the WWE, whether it was working with Bad Bunny's tag partner, floating in the mid-card afterwards, or trying to make the most out of the Judgment Day storyline when it appeared Edge's absence was going to sink in. Number 9, Damian Priest is ready for a main event push. Based on Priest's competitive matches against main eventers and his willingness to work in whatever role WWE wants, it appears they feel Damian Priest is ready for a big main event push. The WWE has been paying closer attention to Priest over the last few months, and as reported earlier this week, WWE officials were thrilled by his match against Bad Bunny at Backlash, just as the company has been impressed by each member of the Judgment Day. However, Damian Priest has a size and wrestling ability to main event, especially based on Vince McMahon's traditional approach to selecting top stars more than any of the other Judgment Day's male wrestlers. Winning the briefcase is a time-tested way of giving a wrestler an opportunity to win a world championship and gauge whether they can fulfill their potential. As fans have seen, it doesn't always work, but Priest has been on the main roster long enough that it makes sense to give him a shot in the main event. But why did LA Knight lose? No discussion of why Damian Priest is complete without analysing why LA Knight, who was favoured to win, actually lost. As number 1, LA Knight didn't need the briefcase. Arguably the biggest reason LA lost because he's so over. WWE officials likely feel he doesn't need to win. Wrestling history has so many examples of wrestlers who were so over that promoters felt no need to put a world championship on them, or in this case a precursor to the belt in Money in the Bank win. This includes both babyfaces and heels, as wrestling is more than about competitors vying for or winning a promoter's top prize. That's not to say things could change down the road if the WWE reassesses its take on Knight. For now, the promotion sees no benefit in him winning the title. Number 2, LA Knight is too old. Regrettably, there have been rumours that some in WWE, well, we'll give you 3 guesses who, feel the 40-year-old superstar is too old to be taken seriously as a Money in the Bank winner. In some ways, this is an absurd argument, as Knight delivers in the ring and on the mic, and the WWE has several wrestlers 40 and over who are enjoying significant pushes. Nevertheless, logic doesn't always play into booking decisions, especially when an out-of-touch CEO still has the last word in creative. And number 3, the WWE may want LA Knight to feud with Logan Paul. Another possible reason for Knight coming up short is that WWE wants to keep him in feuds. Part of this could be due to its belief that he's fine without a title. The other part is that WWE sees money in a program between Paul and Knight. Unlike Paul's other opponents, LA Knight isn't as protected as Seth Rollins and certainly not as protected as Roman Reigns. They could do a series of matches between the two that builds heat on Paul and slowly turns LA Knight babyface. But there you have it, folks, the real reasons why Damian Priest won the Money in the Bank ladder match, and also the reasons why LA Knight lost. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.